Hey, we are back. It's been a hot second, man.
Oh, feels like forever.
Long time. But thanks to everybody for coming in tonight and hanging out with us.
It's not a normal live night,
No, it's a Thursday,
which we never do.
and we missed a month. Well, we've been doing it every other month. We missed a month because we just were so busy with everything going on in our new lives.
Getting settled.
Yeah. Visiting grandbabies and all kinds of cool stuff. So we are now in our new house.
Uh-huh.
We are almost all the way settled in.
Just about.
You'll see on YouTube, we're still on our way out of the RV, our way into the house, getting settled in, building stuff, putting stuff together. So it's crazy. But hey, pop in on the chat over there and say hi and let us know where you're watching from tonight. Looks like we got some of our frequent flyers in here tonight with us. Melanetti, and then we got our Canadian friends and the Big Deals are in here tonight.
Yep.
And then we got Road Runners and Amy and George Jones in here. The Grumpy Glampers in here tonight. Gary from over in Kentucky. Nick, good to see you guys tonight.
Oh, they're in one of our favorite places, Branson.
Yeah, Branson, Missouri is awesome. We honeymooned in Branson, Missouri. And then
very near and dear.
Warren Miller, yay!
Hey,
finally, he got an RV himself. Yeah, it's awesome. Thanks for great videos.
He was waiting for us to stop, apparently.
And we've ran across several people who have started since we stopped.
Yeah.
And so, unfortunately, paths didn't cross while we were on the road, but hopefully they will in the future.
Yeah.
But hi, how you doing?
Awesome.
I served with Warren.
Yeah.
In the military and deployed with him a couple times. So good guy. Great to see you out on the road, enjoying the country that you defended.
Right.
Very well deserved. And Chris and Katrina are in here tonight. Our everyday getaway. Good to see everybody in here. Jim and Carol Rector. They just came off the road too.
Yeah, a little bit before us. Yeah.
Pip's in here. John and Belinda, they're out exploring.
Yeah.
Just got done with the balloon festival.
Yeah.
There's some other wagsters out there.
Something we never hit either.
Mike's in here from Mike's Mission. What's up,
Mike?
Mike? Good to see you, man. And retired with wood. That's awesome.
So bad, but it's hilarious.
Cindy's in here, and James Raines from Joplin, Missouri, the other side.
Oh, wow.
No, it's on the same side as Branson, kind of.
Yeah.
Over there. I'm from the other side.
Yeah.
I'm from Poplar Bluff, so other side. And then Wayne is in here from Colorado. Wayne and Lorraine. Good to see you guys. Change of scenery RV. Mickey Mouse. I don't tell you what, man. We've been on YouTube for over 5 years now, because we documented the whole, downsizing, getting ready to hit the road and all that stuff. I don't tell you, I don't remember a lot of people's names and stuff, but Mickey Mouse has a very distinct name, and I remember that Mickey Mouse has been with us
forever,
since the very beginning.
And outside of us, she might be the second place scout lover.
Oh yeah.
Outside of us.
Always commenting on the scout post and always say hi to Scout. Give Scout a hug for me. All that good stuff.
I really want them to meet one day.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. And the pigs.
Oh, my pigs.
The pigs, I think they're out in Texas somewhere.
Yes, they're in Texas right now.
Yeah.
Kiss Noni for me. Give her lots of kisses.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and we saw a lot of posts from the Bloom Festival. There was lots of folks out there, and it's hard to get tickets out there. So if you got to go, good on you. Todd's in here. Maryanne Fritz are in the house tonight. The Waxers.
My love.
Yeah, and David and Joanne Churchill are in here tonight. She said she would love to.
They must meet somehow.
Oh, and James said he's buying their first RV in a few months here.
Oh, nice.
Congratulations. Very exciting. Very exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Linda said she loves your shirt.
I love my shirt too.
Got that in Wyoming.
Wyoming, yeah.
Yeah, when we were out there exploring, and we were at a motorcycle rally actually.
At a store called The Crazy Lady.
Yeah.
Crazy Lady, yeah.
Let's give some Crazy Lady gear.
I have Crazy Lady hat.
Picky bitch.
It's like half her store was Crazy lady stuff, and the other half was Picky bitch. So I got something from each side.
Very cool. So we are in our house. We are in our new studio.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing some videos from in here, some talking videos, some topic videos, and stuff. We're going to talk more about what's going to be coming up to the channel here in a little bit. But it's a little echoey in here.
It is.
So I apologize for that. We don't have it completely set up or sound ready yet. So we're kind of new.
We're working on it.
Working at that. So we've had other rooms in the house have been priority.
Oh, absolutely.
for obvious reasons. I mean, those are houses you're going to live in and sleep in and play in, and we have the grandkids room, all that stuff. So it's been crazy because we sold our house furnished.
Yeah.
We had nothing, nothing. And
just
now
what was in the RV.
We had to furnish an entire house.
Yeah. And we were talking about this the other night with friends, that we must credit RV Unplugged.
Yeah.
For making us do the campground setup.
For sure. Because
it totally fixed our communication issues when it comes to building stuff together. Because we used to want to kill each other, and we would argue and fight and then not talk for a couple hours just to let the flames cool down. But after doing that, and we saw how much better we could be, everything we had to put together in this house did not result in arguing.
Yeah, and really the reason that we stayed so calm on RV Unplugged is because we knew we were on TV.
Yeah.
Didn't want to look like a smack ass.
Yeah.
So we got our best behavior and tried to do the best we could. And so we've just carried that over, because we would never have gotten this type of furniture if we were still in the military, because we're moving around so much. But since we're here and we're going to be stable for a while, we just figured, hey, we'll get the put together furniture, because, I mean, it still looks nice.
Yeah.
But it's cheaper. And we have time to put it together. We're both retired.
Yeah, we just wanted to make our money go as far as possible when furnishing a whole house from scratch again. So we're like, we're going to suck it up. We're going to put things together. And lo and behold, not one fight.
Yeah, so everything except for basically the sofa and love seat we put together.
Yeah. Yeah, everything else we did on our own.
Yeah.
And I'm so proud of us.
I am too. The young RVers are in tonight, and we have Melody, and we have Camping with the Pumpers.
Give Milo kisses for me, Melody.
Yeah, good to see everybody.
Yeah.
And they just did the same thing, and they said
they did IKEA stuff too.
What they thought it would, and actually it cost us less than I thought it would.
Yeah, you were like, oh, this is gonna kill us. Did we save enough before coming off the road?
Yeah.
And I did good.
Yeah.
I picked good stuff, and I was frugal where I could be.
And it's, we documented the process of downsizing and hitting the road and doing that, because, and the reason that we did that when we first started this channel is because we would see YouTube channels who was like day one, and they're like, hey, we're full-time RVers. Like, well, okay, how did you get there? What process did you take? What steps did you take?
What did it look like?
And so that's why we documented that part of it. And then on the other end of it, we've seen channels that
stop completely.
They're just done.
Yeah.
And sometimes they don't even say goodbye.
Yeah,
they just disappear. They're not on YouTube anymore. You don't know what happened. You don't know.
Or they did a final video.
Or they did say, oh, we bought a house. See ya. And now okay, so we figured, hey, let's document the other end of it too.
And see how different they are.
Yeah.
And by the way, they're very different.
Spoiler alert. Well, you've seen some of our recent videos and their struggles coming off the road and getting into a house.
Coordination of stuff.
It's way more difficult.
It is.
It is way more difficult.
Been more challenging, more frustrating.
And I'd say it's probably gotten more difficult because of the financial aspect of it too. The interest rates on houses are higher now.
Yeah.
You have to have more money. And then for us, either, you have to if you have stuff in storage, you gotta move that stuff in. And for us, we have to buy everything new. And even if, let's face it, if you've been on the road for 5 years and you're coming off the road and getting back into a house, even if you have all your stuff in storage, you probably don't want the same stuff anymore.
Yeah.
You're going to replace some stuff.
Yeah. But for us, we only kept vital stuff at the time. We didn't keep house decor, nothing.
Yeah.
We kept military stuff. We kept motorcycle stuff.
Yeah.
But that's expensive stuff to replace. If we get back into riding motorcycles, I'm going to buy all the Harley stuff again.
Which could be a possibility down the road.
Could be.
I don't even have that money. But
if your physical therapy goes well.
Yeah, and I have been, and that's another good thing about our current situation.
Yeah.
Getting settled back into a house. I now have continuity of care again with my healthcare professionals, with my providers. I'm back seeing the chiropractor once a week.
Yeah.
Getting my adjustments, getting my, heat therapy treatment, my
continuity on the abdomen area,
Yeah,
and might have a surgery coming in our future.
Maybe.
We're not sure,
Maybe.
but we wouldn't have this continuity if it wasn't for coming off the road.
no, because when you're RVing, when you're out there on the road, like for example, if you want to go see a chiropractor, you go see the chiropractor. They want to take X-rays. They want to work you up, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then maybe a week later, they'll do your first adjustment, and then they want to get you on a regimen or on a set schedule. Well, time to move.
We're going.
And you move and you go, and then the next one they want to take their own X-rays, and my healthcare is through the VA, so they will refer you, but they are not going to keep referring you to a bunch of different ones around the country. You have to pay for that out of pocket. And I did a couple of times while we were on the road.
You did
go to a
get a couple
chiropractor, pay
adjustments, yeah.
out of pocket, just because I was in some pain.
Yeah.
I didn't remember. The days are here. And I'm sure they're sitting very closely to Mel and Daddy over there in Texas. Those guys are our neighbors now, and
Yeah.
hanging out. I'm so happy for them.
I want to come see all four of them.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna do it.
Road trip out there.
Yeah. Our last live was, we were still in the RV. We were in Tennessee, in Knoxville,
Yeah.
at our last destination. We had one more stop after that, which was just an overnight on the way back here to Alabama. But that was.
Feels like forever ago.
It does feel like forever ago, even though it was only a few months ago.
Yeah.
But we have upcoming tour of the house.
Yes. Little final touches in grandbaby's room that I need to finish up before I can say it's presentable to
Now
film.
we are working on the backyard stuff. That's not going to be
Yeah.
ready for the video, but we are going to have the video show what we've done so far.
Yeah.
And what it looks like currently. So that's coming up in a few weeks. So we're excited to show you all of our new house. I know we've shared some pictures.
Yeah.
And in the videos we've shared a couple of little things, but we didn't go all the way through that process. We didn't play that all the way out because I wanted it to be like a reveal.
Yeah. Exactly.
So we cut it off. Like, we put together a few little things, and we do show that, and we showed getting prepped for getting the house painted on the inside. But as far as all the major furniture, how the house is set up, furniture-wise, orientation of everything, some of the fixtures and all that stuff.
We changed some stuff, added some stuff.
We haven't shown any of that.
No.
We haven't scheduled to show any of that, but that's going to be coming up. So it's going to be really fun to show everybody.
I think Amazon's going to panic.
They're already panicking.
When I stop ordering. Because,
when you stop. Okay.
Yeah. They're going to probably think I died once I'm done and I don't need to order weekly anymore. I think they're going to go, somebody call Leslie and check on her if she hasn't made an order this week.
Yeah. If you haven't seen already, and we haven't talked since we were live last time, because RV Unplugged the finale hadn't aired yet.
Yeah.
At the time that we went live last, but spoiler alert, if you haven't watched it,
We lost.
We lost. But it was fun. And we went to the rally, and it was fun too. The rally, though, couldn't have fallen at a worse time.
No.
For us in the process of coming off the road and getting things squared away. We were trying to get the house painted sooner.
Yeah.
But we had the RV Unplugged rally, so we had to push the painter back. We had a bunch of stuff being delivered. We had to kind of work around big ticket items like the washing machine, the furniture. We couldn't have that stuff scheduled to be delivered. We had to go down to Florida for a few days for that. And then to throw a wrench in that even more, right at the same time, my grandfather became very ill.
Yes.
He was 87.
87.
Yeah, very.
I had to do the math in my head.
And COPD, dementia, just getting older.
Yeah.
But I thought that I was going to have to skip the RV Unplugged route.
Yeah, I was very close to going there solo, which would have been weird.
I was going to go to Missouri, and Leslie was going to go to Florida because he was that sick.
Yeah.
And they just didn't know how much time he had. But he kind of turned a little bit and got a little bit better for a few days there. So we went ahead and went to the RV Unplugged rally as soon as we got home.
Like walk in the door.
Yeah. My mother called me and said, "You need to come."
24 hours is the prediction. And we're like,
and it was like a 9-hour drive from here to get to Missouri. And honestly, and I have a medical background. So what she was telling me, I honestly didn't think I was going to make it there.
Yeah, I didn't either.
But I made it there on a Friday night.
You got there at 1:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
And he passed away at
Saturday morning.
at like 10:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
So it was just.
And I don't know if you all believe in this, or it's kind of hard to know what actually happens at the end of life, because a lot of times people aren't vocal. They can't tell you. They can't let you know that they hear you or whatever. But I spent a lot of time at my grandparents' place when I was growing up. They were kind of like a second set of parents.
They basically raised you guys too.
Yeah. And so when he got toward the end there, and they called me to come, my parents, my brothers, they were all letting him know Dustin's on his way. Dustin's on his way. And I don't know what you guys believe. If you believe people can hang on, but in my mind, it makes me feel better that I felt like he held on until I was there, because not only did I get there at 1:00 in the morning, I couldn't just go see him right then. It was middle of the night. But the next morning, I came in. It was like 8:00 in the morning when I came to see him, and I sat with him for a while and talked with him, held his hand, and then it was not 2 hours later.
Yeah.
He passed away.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So I believe that he knew I was there, and I believe that he waited until I could get there, because all my other brothers were already there. My parents were already there. I was the last one to show.
Yeah.
So thank you, Nick. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Super sticker. Ba-bam. And that's going to go to the next donation. We're going to talk about that here in a little bit.
Yeah.
Got some exciting stuff coming up for that. Thank you all. Yeah, appreciate the condolences and everything. And Tammy said she worked in hospice, and the hospice people are just amazing.
They are phenomenal people.
Every time that I've had to deal with hospice, and which has been several times.
Yeah.
They've always just been outstanding.
Incredible souls.
It takes a special person.
Yeah.
To work
Oh
hospice.
my God, yeah.
Yeah.
Not for everybody.
But unfortunately, that's not the only funeral we've had to attend recently. We'll talk more about that
later
here in a minute too. But we haven't said on the channel yet, 'cause we're not to that point, but we'll go ahead and tell you that the RV and the truck are sold.
Yeah.
They're both sold and they're both gone.
Yeah.
And we didn't have to overlap. We didn't have to, what I mean by that is we didn't have to make an RV payment and a mortgage payment in the same month.
Which was nice.
That was the goal.
Yeah.
The truck sold really, really fast. I think we've already talked about that. You saw Leslie's new vehicle in the videos, but I got a new to me truck.
Yeah, you needed a kick around truck.
Yeah.
Nothing's fancy at all.
Let me
Just
show you.
get you to and from.
There's a picture of my new to me truck, a 2004 F-150.
Yeah.
And I just needed to kick around. I need something for hunting, fishing, and kicking around. And
a beat up truck that you can just beat up some more.
And getting to my new job.
Yeah. We use job loosely.
I'll tell you about it here in a second, but I want to tell you this story because the truck story.
Oh.
So I was looking around. I didn't want to spend a lot of money.
No,
I wanted
to pay cash.
I don't want another payment.
Yeah.
So I've been looking online. I looked in Marketplace and I looked on like Auto Traders and all that stuff. And I think I found this one on Marketplace. And it's in Montgomery, Alabama, which is about an hour and a half from us.
Yeah.
And so that's a long way to go just to look at a truck. Because if you don't like it, you just drove 3 hours for nothing.
Yeah.
So, but I really liked this truck. It looked good, decent mileage. It was a kid who was in college or just graduated college. And he got a new truck for his college graduation. This truck belonged to his grandfather. And so it'd been in the family for a while. His dad's a mechanic. So it was worked on. So I'm like, that sounds pretty good. Let's go look at it.
Yeah.
So we go out there. We drive an hour and a half to get out there. We get out there in the evening time because we had to go after they got off work. And so I pull in, I look at the truck on the outside, looks great. Yeah. Really good condition, like we took care of it. And I said, hey, can I drive it? And he said, sure. So this is the kid. And so he hops in the passenger side, I drive in the driver's side. And I crank it up. As soon as I crank it up and go to take off, it died. Yeah. And you should have seen the look
on his face.
On this kid's face. This kid was like,
oh, this is not happening to me.
No way that just happened. And he looks at me and he goes, that has never happened. Yeah. And I said, that's what I would say if I was trying to sell a truck here.
Yeah. But we get it, because that's the kind of stuff that happens to us,
Yeah.
So we get it.
And so in his mind, he's like,
Not selling this truck
there's
today.
no way this guy's buying this truck. There's no way.
Yeah.
And so luckily we weren't like out.
No, we were
were
in
right
front of his dad's
in front of his
mechanic
dad's
shop.
So I helped push it back into the
bay.
push it into the bay so they could diagnose it. They hooked it up to the little thing.
And it was thrown in error.
It was thrown in error for a relay.
Yeah, it ended up being the relay switch.
Yeah, the relay switch.
So a simple fix for them.
His dad swapped it out. He had
Yeah.
one there. Swapped it out real quick. And then drove the truck and it drove fine. There, back.
Yeah.
We drove it out for several miles, got onto the highway, got it up to speed, came back, drove really good. And they hooked it back up to the machine to make sure. We kicked it off, kicked it on several times. And while we're over there doing that, the kid's over there talking to his mom.
It's like, there's no way
No
this
way
man is buying this truck from me.
But this is the kind of stuff that would happen to us. Like
It
you
would.
said, that's the kind of, it was funny to me. And I was like, poor guy. But I did talk him down
Yeah.
because of it.
Yeah.
Not drastic.
Not just because of that. Yeah. He hadn't done an oil change, so we're like, hey,
Well, and his
let's
dad,
knock this off.
and his dad said, look, if you have any other issues related to this, I'll fix it.
He's like, I will.
Anything else, I won't. But if it's related to this, I'll fix it. And I said, well, I'm over an hour and a half away from you. If the thing dies, I'm not towing it an hour and a half. So
No,
that you
not
can
a-
fix it. So
yeah.
I just asked for them to take a couple $100 off the price, which he did,
Mhm.
which was fair,
It worked out
and it
good.
worked out good. So got me a new truck,
Yeah.
and it hasn't had any problems.
No. And the timing was, knock on wood.
Yeah.
Timing was good too, because we've been hauling boxes off like crazy.
Yeah, because this one won't stay off Amazon.
It's for the house.
Yeah,
It's all for us.
good stuff. So yeah, I'm using the truck to get back and forth to work.
Yeah.
So let me show you.
Talk about what the work is.
Let me just show you a
Okay.
picture of what work looks like. Yeah,
Yeah.
there it is.
The work uniform.
That's the work uniform. That's right. I am now a baseball umpire.
Yep.
Oh, softball too.
You're bona fide.
I am legit. But I told Leslie,
Like 2 years ago.
yeah, when I said, because at the time we didn't know how long we were going to be on the road
Yeah.
or whatever, but I was like, when we come off the road, I think it would be fun to be an umpire. I love baseball. I
Yeah.
love being around the game. It doesn't matter. I'll watch a little league game.
Yeah.
I'll watch, 10-year-olds play. I'll watch softball.
Yeah.
I'll watch fast pitch women. That's actually really
Very fun.
fascinating
Yeah, it
to
is.
me. But I
All
figured,
things baseball.
hey, I mean, if I could get paid
Hang out at a
to hang
ballpark.
out at a ballpark and watch baseball games,
Why not?
I've gotten that already.
Oh yeah, that one does come up. Yeah.
And really, it's not. I mean, the kids are great. They're fun.
Yeah.
The coaches are mostly good. The parents are the ones that are really.
And I have to admit, we're guilty of it ourselves,
I am.
because we love to go to minor league. We
Oh,
go to
yeah.
a lot of minor league.
And get the ump help.
Yeah, from where you're sitting, it's like, oh my God, there's no way he made that call like that.
Yeah.
That was. But then when you get, like, we recently had seats directly behind me all.
Yeah, and you could tell.
The view is so drastic.
Yeah. And I will tell you now, being an umpire, the view for me is way
Way
drastic
drastic,
too, because
yeah.
I am right there over the catcher's shoulder, and I
Yeah.
can see exactly whether it hits the strike zone or not. And people in the stands, even if you're just off
Just a couple
just a
seats
little
to
bit,
the side.
if it's a little bit
Yeah.
outside, you can't tell. And it looks like it smoked the strike zone. They're like, oh, and I'm like, wow. They're like, oh my gosh, is he blind? What's going on? And Leslie actually came out and watched
I
me
came and filmed a little bit the other night.
the other
Yeah.
night, and that's the first one that she'd been out to.
Yeah.
Because most of the games are about an hour from here,
Yeah.
but I'll go and ump like 5 or 6 games in a day. So
Yeah.
it's not like I'm just driving for one game, but it is fun. I'm having a blast with it.
Yeah.
Making decent money at
Yeah.
it. It's basically like part-time job type income.
He claims it's supporting my Amazon
It is.
addiction.
It's supporting the Amazon. Yeah. Thank you, Amy and George. We appreciate you guys.
No, thank you guys.
Yeah. I've been playing cornhole still.
Yep, joined a league.
Joined the league. Actually, the league ended Tuesday night.
Yeah, I came to the
The
finale.
last week we did I think 8 weeks of cornhole league.
Now you got to wait till February.
Yeah, but trying to get this one.
Yeah,
trying to get this one in it, and that's why I wanted to. She came with me on the last night because
to meet all the gang.
Yeah, to meet the gang,
Yeah,
and which I haven't been able to do before because as we were traveling before, when I'd hit cornhole tournaments, I would just be there for one night, play a tournament, and we'd be on our way. But now I'm getting to know these guys. It's a great group of people.
They are cool people.
And we just have fun hanging out, and a lot of the guys shoot with their
There
partners.
are a lot of couples playing on the league, so that was nice.
So we've been out in the yard.
Yeah,
We've been practicing.
we're working on my game.
Love is getting better. And I was at the mercy of the league as to who my partner would be because I didn't know anybody. I didn't even know anybody to ask to be a partner.
Yeah.
And Leslie was like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah. Well, because you're very competitive with it. And if you had me as a partner, you would not be having fun.
But this was not a really competitive league. This is a fun.
No, they were having.
Yeah,
they're out there
for
for
fun league.
Yeah.
And I signed up to be in the advanced, which is the highest level.
Tier. Yeah.
So it's beginner, intermediate, and advanced. I signed up to be in the advanced. I signed up as a free agent, so they would just assign me a partner.
Yeah.
And they couldn't find anybody in the advanced to partner me up with, or the intermediate.
Yeah, that was crazy.
They did have one beginner that didn't have a partner. So what they did was they paired me up with the beginner and put us in the intermediate league.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had some good weeks. Then we had
some
not so good weeks.
So it's kind of like I could have done it because I'm hit or miss.
We would have probably been in the same boat.
Might have been the same. And here's the kicker.
Uh-oh.
He comes home from night one of the league, and he's telling me this, that they couldn't get him a high-speed partner, so he had to get, a beginner. And her name, his partner's name for this league was Leslie.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are the odds that the only person they could partner you with was a Leslie?
I have my wife and I have my corner wife.
Yeah.
Both Leslies.
You weren't escaping me.
No. But she was really fun to play with, good personality. On Tuesday, she shot really, really good.
She did. Yeah.
We did good in the citywide tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we went into the tournament as a 5 seed and we finished 4th overall.
Yeah.
So, hey, I'll take it.
That's right.
Not too shabby.
Yeah.
And we're going to start bowling again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we brought all the stuff from storage over to the house, we dusted off the bags, got them all cleaned up, pulled the balls out, checked them out. They were still in great condition.
Yeah.
Had them re-drilled because fingers adjusted over the years.
Our fingers got fatter.
Yeah.
Just say it.
I'm like, seriously, even my thumb knuckle got fat since I quit league last time. Like, this is ridiculous. But we're going to get back to practicing so we can join the spring league.
Yeah.
Get back in a good groove. We enjoyed it. We had so many trophies, bowling trophies, when we were in Germany.
Yeah.
So I'd like to get back to that level.
So between, this, the YouTube thing, and cornhole and bowling and umpiring and the grandbabies, we're busy.
Yeah.
We are keeping busy, but it's all stuff that we love to do.
Yeah.
We're having fun no matter what we're doing.
And didn't realize how much we missed some of that stuff.
Yeah. And, I don't have to empty the tanks. And I don't have to worry about, should I turn the furnace and the fireplace on and maybe a space heater or, what do I do?
Yeah.
So you're not going to worry about, we don't have to kick off the microwave, turn on the air fryer.
That's my favorite thing. I love running multiple things all at once.
We can take long, hot, powerful streaming showers at the same time in different bathrooms.
That's right.
And no worries.
Nope, doesn't affect the shower at all. It's just the little things that you miss, you take for granted. Yeah, it's nice.
But we did love the RV life. We do miss being out on the road.
Seeing new cities, doing new activities. I really do miss that. That's going to be a hard one to shake.
Yeah.
It'll get better over time.
Yeah.
But
and it is easier because we are so involved in a bunch of different stuff. We're not just sitting around here going, man, it really sucks. I wish we were on the road again.
Yeah, like we get a lot of private messages about that, and there are no regrets.
No, not at all.
Do not regret giving it all up.
No.
Not 1 ounce.
And the biggest reason we don't regret giving it all up is this.
Because of this beautiful baby.
That is Harper, and that's her 1-year birthday party.
And she is a Wagner.
Oh, she is striking a pose. Struck a little pose for me, showing out. She is just
true Wagner form.
Adorable. Yeah. No, I haven't done any more wood art, but I do have all my stuff, and I still can. It's just it's hard to be competitive with all these people who do the lasering.
Yeah. A lot of people have gone to just laser machines, which you easily could have done, but
I could have, but it's not artistic.
Yeah.
You plug it in the computer and it just carves it in for you. I like the artistic aspect of it. I like drawing. I like shading myself. I like doing all that stuff. But it takes, to do just a regular like 8x10 piece with just on average, sometimes it would take me, 7, 8, 10 hours to do where a laser could do it in like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So the time I put into it and the money I make off of it, not really worth it.
We do it mostly now by personal request.
Personal request. Every once in a while, do some charity stuff. I'll do a piece and donate it for auction or
we do it for family
or something like that.
Yeah. But it's still around.
It is still around.
Yeah.
I wanted to pop on
horseshoes. Yes, I suck at horseshoes. I'm not a good person to play horseshoes.
And the thing about the horseshoes is,
a change of scenery.
Yeah. If I practice horseshoes too much, it would throw off
your cornhole.
My cornhole because it's a different weight.
Yeah.
And I got my aim, my distance down with that weight now. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to mess that up.
Yeah, and I flat out suck at it. So we're not playing.
Plus, there's not like a lot of leagues or tournaments for horseshoes around.
No.
Cornhole is like one of the most popular sports in America right now. And
basically every city has a competitive group of people for it. So we'll stick with that. Thank you, Roadrunners. We can see the door.
Our background looks like the back of your rig.
Oh, yeah. It does look like the same paper.
And that was this accent wall was already here when we got here.
Yeah,
so we just left it.
Was a baby boy's room for the previous owner.
And then we just added the sign.
Yeah. And I don't know how long the wood paper will stay.
Oh, you're already thinking about changing it?
No, not right now. But I mean, in the future, it may turn into peel and stick shiplap.
More Amazon ordering. I'll be calling some games to pay for all the remodeling.
I envision maybe a whitewash.
Yeah.
A white gray wash kind of thing.
All right. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna pop the thank yous up here and it's been a while.
Yeah.
But we want to say thank you to everyone who contributed super chat, super stickers, and direct donations between the last live and this live or on the last live. And so but as soon as we get done with this, we have a pretty big announcement. Yeah. Because the thing of this was big changes.
Yeah.
And there are some big changes. We haven't talked about any of them yet. But after we get done with this, the first one's coming.
Yeah.
So thank you to Freedom on the Loose, George and Amy Jones, M&M Travels, and Freedom Project for your donations in the last live. And also David Brown, David and Joanne Churchill, Jim and Carol Rector, and Warren Miller. You've heard all these names recently because they were in the chat.
That's right.
And they are frequent contributors. And then our direct donations frequently and often is the Melanetti Living Free Zip Codeless, the Brazen Brits
are now Melanetti zip coded
because they are living in sticks and bricks in Texas. The Brazen Brits and Anthony Kowalski. Melanetti and Lawrence and Natalie, they take portions of stuff they make on their channel and they donate over to us
from their swag stores
so that we can donate out to veteran charities. So now, first big announcement, big change coming up that we haven't talked about. Some of you already know, close friends, family.
Wagster insiders have been told.
Yeah.
So if you're an insider, you know what we're about to say.
So at Harper's first birthday party, which was in
July 20th.
July 20th. So it's been a couple of months. And we haven't really put anything out there yet. But
Mhm.
Our daughter announced that she is pregnant again.
Yes.
And so we're going to have another grandbaby.
Yes.
And it's going to be a boy.
It is a boy.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what to do with a boy. But we'll figure that out.
I grew up with all boys.
And I grew up all girls.
I'm good.
Yeah.
But I know boys. Boys are going to be boys.
Yes, and I've seen boys, and my OC is going to need some coaching into a boy.
Yeah.
But lo and behold, mid-February, there will be a brand new baby, and that will be 2 kids under 2 years old. Lord help us all.
Lord help our daughter.
So it's even more appropriate that we came off the road.
Yeah.
Because she's going to have her hands full.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that.
So he is due on Valentine's
Day, if he comes on time.
So we'll see what happens there.
Yeah.
But we're excited to have another grandbaby.
Yeah.
And so you'll see that in the tour, how we've set up arrangements for them to be able to come over and hang out and stay the night.
It took some designing of the kids' room.
Yeah.
Once I found out I had Harper's room like mapped out.
Mm-hmm.
Now she's going to share this room.
Yeah.
So
thank you, David and Joanne. Appreciate you guys. Awesome.
Love you.
Thanks so much. That's going to go to the next charity organization too. So we're going to talk about that. It's probably going to be somewhere local, somewhere pretty close around here, within an hour or two around here.
Yeah.
We really don't know yet what charity it's going to be.
Now that things are settling down, we can focus on.
Yeah, we really haven't. We just been kind of collecting money.
Yeah.
From all of our platforms and from you guys,
Mhm.
and just kind of squirreling it away. And so
we can do our research.
I'll be honest though,
Yeah.
not as much rolling in as before when we were on the road. The channel has
Yeah,
taken a little bit of a hit.
Once you say you're coming off the
Yeah.
road, and it's understandable. There
That's
are
fine,
people
yeah.
out there that are like, well, I'm not going to watch anymore because there's not going to be RV and travel involved.
Yeah.
So we're out. And that's fine. We totally get it. So it's expected to decrease.
Yeah, so we're not gathering money as quickly as we were.
Yeah.
So it's going to take a little bit longer between donations probably.
Yeah.
Because we want to get enough to make a significant impact,
Yes, exactly.
which we're close to that now. And thank you, Jim and Carol.
Thank you. Mwah.
Grandson, Rob.
Yeah.
Thanks. Congratulations. and they have 12?
No, you have 13, right?
12
You
or
have
13
grandchildren.
They have a lot of grandkids. I wouldn't even be able to remember their
I
names.
couldn't remember 13 children.
Oh my gosh.
It would take us a while to get them all down.
13.
Yep, all right.
13 grandkids.
You got your own sports
my
team going
God.
on right there.
Yeah, but thank you all for the donation. And so
Yeah.
let's talk about the channel for a second,
Yeah.
because you're seeing the process of us coming off the road
Mhm.
and getting settled back in the house. So what's coming after that?
Yeah. Like we had thought we knew what we could do with the channel.
Yeah.
But noticeable trends are saying, no, that might not be the smart thing to do. So now we're back at a square one. What kind of direction does this channel go?
Well, and honestly, I am in a group that we talk about YouTube analytics,
Yeah.
and we analyze the data, and we talk about growth, and we talk about the RV niche, and it's
Yeah.
tough because there's so many RV channels now, and so to make it even tougher, it's tough to be an RV channel when you're not on the road.
Yes.
So what do? Do we change directions completely? Do we keep talking about RV stuff? Do we try to stay relevant in the RV niche?
Do we
Do
get a
go
whole new
whole
niche?
new direction? Do we
Yeah.
just sit and hang out? And because I think we could get creative with that too. But the only wild card is will you watch?
Yeah. Will you tune in?
That's the biggest thing.
That's the only way it's successful.
Yeah, I can't keep it going if nobody's going to watch it.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to.
If you have ideas
yeah,
for how we should go, we are open to anything and everything.
we don't want to stop
No, we don't.
YouTube. But
if views dictate, we will.
if it's not, yielding.
Yeah. It's
enough
like, why
views.
put all this
Yeah.
time if,
Because it is still a lot of work,
yeah.
and we got a lot of stuff going on.
Mhm.
But we definitely don't want that to be one of the things that falls off.
Yeah. Help us figure out what do we do?
Yeah.
Because we stare at each other sometimes on the couch. We're like, all right, let's brainstorm. Let's write down something.
And we do come up with some ideas.
Yeah. And then we're just like, man, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's really, it is true. We need to know, what would you want to see?
Yeah.
What would interest you? What would make you watch us?
Wayne, you don't want to see Home Improvement from me, buddy.
No.
It'd be like the show,
Yeah, he is a tin
Home Improvement, for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. And there might be a situation where we may have to try a couple of different things.
We might have to.
And see if one thing doesn't work, we try something else.
It won't be a weekly thing though.
Probably not.
It'll most likely be an every other week
Yeah.
video channel that comes that.
Yeah. But we still love to do the lives.
Yeah.
We're still going to try to do the lives at least
we
every other month.
Still want to be donating to veteran organizations.
That's really
That's the
important.
biggest drive.
Yeah.
We need the channel to still be successful for that to
Leslie Cleaning.
happen.
Cleaning channel.
When you want to watch my OCD in full effect.
Now that's only
Yeah.
exciting for a couple of seconds. He pretty much just
He's a
sits there
doorstop.
all day. So we're going to let you in on a little bit of information about Scout. Everybody always wants to know about Scout. How's Scout doing? We had a little bit of an issue with Scout.
He scared me for a while.
Yeah.
It was getting very hairy.
Scout was not eating for a while, not moving around, not doing a lot,
he was
really not
acting like-
interested in stuff.
Like it was winter when they brumate and they
Yeah.
don't do anything. That's what he was doing, but it was 90 degrees in the middle of summer. And
Yes,
he
they
shouldn't do
shouldn't have
that.
been acting that way.
Yeah.
And so luckily, we're from this area and we already had an exotic vet
Mhm.
and we would come back here every year and take
Yeah,
him
when we
for his
came
annual.
back, he'd get his checkups with her.
So we took him and he had some stuff in his mouth,
Yeah, she was very concerned about that.
which they didn't know if it was mouth rot or
Which sounds terrible, but it's
it's
cured
really
with
not
an
that-
antibiotic.
yeah,
It's not that big of a
It's
deal.
common in reptiles.
But hey, it's like they say, don't Google stuff to find out worst case scenario. But she
Yeah.
just brought me worst case scenario. She's like, it's either mouth rot, I'll give him an antibiotic, it'll be gone in a couple of weeks, all is good, or he has cancer because that's the huge killer
my-
of
Jeez.
dragons is cancer. And I was like, oh my god,
And we talked, as she knows, she was the vet who we had the
tried
last
to save our
bearded
last
dragon
period.
with,
Yeah,
and our last bearded dragon was 7 when she passed away.
yeah,
And Scout's getting there
yeah.
really closely. April.
And
will be
she,
7 years.
in the pet stores, they advertise bearded dragons of a lifespan of 10 to 12 years. And she told me she really hates that they do that because that is not true. She said on average, beardies last about 7 to 8 is what she mostly sees,
Yeah, and Scout has some German Giant in him,
which lowers that number
which
a little
lowers
bit.
it. It's kind of like the Great Danes
Yeah.
of the reptile world. The bigger you
Bigger
are,
they
the
are.
harder your heart has to work
Yeah.
to circulate your blood. And reptiles, they maintain for a long time. They don't gradually just get worse and fall off. They crash.
Yeah,
They will sustain for as long as possible because they can slow down their metabolism. They
yeah.
can go without food and without water for a very long time.
Months, yeah.
So they don't, not like a cat or a dog who would die in a few days without
Yeah.
food and water. It would take a reptile months
Months.
to die. But once they get to that point, they're just like gone
Yeah.
and no warning.
Yeah, so she said even more panic in me that I have less time than I thought
Yeah.
I could have with him.
So he got, every year he always get the anti-parasites
Yeah.
stuff. And then he got the antibiotics, which he hated. Come back, just black.
They would bring him because they
Weird.
take him back, and I don't get to go with him when he gets the shot. And so when they bring him back, and he's jet black, and they're like, "Oh, here you go." He's very mad at us.
Yeah.
And I have to help him get the the black to go away, but he wasn't better at the end of the third dose, and I was concerned.
And he still wasn't eating.
But she said it takes about 2 weeks for the first dose to even kick in, and he got 3 doses. So she was absolutely right. 2 weeks after the last dose, drastically his mouth was better.
And he started eating.
And he started eating, and I was like, oh, well, thank God.
And the crazy part is, like I said, the reptiles, they can sustain for a long time. So the whole time he didn't eat, he didn't lose any weight.
No, and then that's how she knew he wasn't that bad off, because he was not losing weight. He was maintaining his exact weight.
Yeah. So now he's back to his normal self.
He's more mobile, not as mobile.
Yeah, we take him outside and he plays, and he's already learned where the door is to get back inside.
And it is the most precious thing to watch him gallop on over there and look at the door, figure out how I'm opening it, and then put the front paws up on the sill of the door and wait for you to open it. And I just open the door, he jumps in and he crawls away, and you just hang out outside and let him do his thing.
Well, now he doesn't have free range in the house like he did in the RV.
No, and that could be contributing to his
a little bit
lack of emotion.
But we do keep him out as much as we can. He's out a large portion of the day every day. We're home during the day.
I think it was a shock for him to go from a rig where I can go wherever I want.
Well, his whole life, it's all he remembers is being able to go wherever he wants.
To when we're not home, he has to be in his habitat.
Yeah.
We can't leave him out. So.
But it's a big habitat. I mean, any other bearded dragon would be like, whoa, this is awesome. Yeah. That Scout's like, this is bullshit.
Yeah, he's got a 2-story habitat. He's not hurting, but he acts like it is. It's a downgrade.
We will definitely give him an extra hug so he can make it out.
Yes, I will.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But he's doing a lot better.
Yeah.
We were scared for a little while. And
because I was like, oh, he's sick. And we lost the last one at 7. I'm like, please don't make me relive this so soon.
And it was good timing for coming off the road for that, because had this happened while we were out on the road, we would have had to stop somewhere
and find an exotic vet.
And work this out before we could move on.
Yeah.
Or we would have had to just like hurry on back here
and then
stay put here.
Yeah. Everything happened for a reason.
Yeah.
It worked out good.
So we're already planning our first house guests.
Yes.
The fam is coming for Christmas.
Yes, I
Leslie's
them all into coming.
Yeah. So we're going to be the jolliest bunch of a-holes this side of the nut house.
Right. Going to be our theme. I'm excited about it.
I am too. The
last time we had family at our house for Christmas was the first year we lived here. We bought the first house.
Yeah. Been a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been bouncing as we were on the road. We were bouncing around.
Yeah, so it's been 12 years.
Different families and stuff.
I'm excited, and everybody's gonna get to see Harper.
Yes, that'll be great.
Yeah, get to see. This will be her first real Christmas.
Yeah, and
she was 6 months old last year, so she didn't do much.
I think, and then my parents in Missouri are coming in the spring.
Yes, because we're gonna put a pool.
They're gonna help us put up a pool, or put up an above ground pool, so they're gonna help us with that. And that'll be perfect timing too, because that'll be right after the new baby arrives.
Yeah.
So they'll be here
and get to see
the new baby. So that's cool. And your parents will pop in too. I mean,
my parents will come whenever
a few hours down in Florida. Which, by the way, everybody who was impacted by these storms.
Yeah, from Milton.
Holy crap! Hope everybody's okay. Hope everybody's RV's okay. We saw some trees that had fallen on some RVs, and we thought it was going to be way worse than it was in Milton. But I mean, we were concerned for our fellow RVers who always planned to go to Florida. We thought that this was probably going to wipe out some campgrounds
for the winter,
flooding, and close out a lot of the availability. And Florida's hard enough to get into anyway for the winter. So but hey, any of y'all that are going down to the south for the winter, if you're passing through Alabama, let us know.
Yeah.
We'd love to have you hang out. We're already set up. We have a guest room.
Our first RV guest come 2 days after Christmas.
Yeah. And they're staying right at the RV park. There's an RV park right up the road from us. And so we're all set up there.
Yeah.
We're good. We got plenty of bourbon. And we have karaoke.
Lord.
Lots of bourbon. Yeah. And because now we live in a house, I have an actual bourbon cabinet.
Yeah.
And that you'll see that in the tour when we do that.
That's your pride and joy right there.
Oh, it's awesome. Man.
Maybe just stares at
I
it.
do. We got the little light, little fairy light that's all backlit.
Oh.
And I got enough to fill it up because right before we came back here and settled down, we went to the bourbon trail again. I picked up 13 bottles of bourbon. So I'm slowly working my way through that.
Mm-hmm.
But we got a good, the military Class 6, which is a liquor store. They got a good selection here, and they always keep me stocked up good.
Good prices.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Roll Tide, huh? No, I'm not a Roll Tide. I'm from Missouri, so I'm from Mizzou. But
it's crazy living in this section.
Oh man,
when you're bordering another state, because you get so much Roll Tide, War Eagle, and Go Dog. Like,
and they're all in the SEC.
Yeah, and it's like you can't go anywhere without that chatter from people when they walk into stores and stuff.
And it's so extreme.
Yeah, they're hardcore.
They are hardcore.
And we're none of them, so we just sit there in silence.
Yeah, I'm Mizzou. So, but every once in a while, like I'll put my Mizzou gear on, and I get weird looks all over.
Yeah,
like, you ain't from around here, are you? No, I'm not. and then.
Hook and Horn.
Longhorns are doing really well this year. Really well. They're going to definitely be in the postseason. But,
not so much for your Cowboys, though, Jim.
Not so much for them boys.
Can't talk about them.
We thank you, and thank you for everybody who, I'm just putting this up as, who's representing everybody who already said so. Thank you for all of you who are hardcore, who are going to stick around no matter what. We definitely appreciate you. We're going to figure something out.
Yeah.
We're going to try something. We're going to roll the dice and see what happens. We're going to throw some spaghetti against the wall and see if it sticks.
That's right.
And hey, if it don't work, then hey, we'll
say the tribe has spoken, and we'll put our torch out and just carry on.
Yeah, but hopefully it didn't come to that.
Yeah,
we do enjoy it. We have fun. It's the name of the campground road. Let's see.
I always forget it.
I always forget it too.
Cedar Creek.
Maybe it is.
No, be forewarned.
Well, yeah.
It is nothing special by any means.
No.
It is just a parking lot of RVs.
Cedar Trail.
Cedar Trail
RV Park. Cedar Trail RV Park in Fort Mitchell, Alabama.
There are no amenities. There's no bathhouses.
No.
Everything's full hookup, but it's just RV spots. That's it.
Wags unplugged.
Wags unplugged.
We did get unplugged.
Yeah.
In RV Unplugged.
And rip that cord out.
Yeah.
But the park has everything you need if you're self-sustaining. It's cheap.
It is.
That's why we stayed there.
It was like $400 for the month, right?
$400 for a month. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So you're not paying for the view by any means.
It's nothing special.
No.
And there's not really great other rigs. I mean, there's some long-termers there.
Yeah, a lot of soldiers, I think, live there in RVs.
It's pretty rough. But it's quiet.
So quiet.
Nobody messes with
We
you?
had neighbors on both sides, and you wouldn't even know we had neighbors on both sides.
No.
Never heard of them?
There's a little local restaurant right across the street called Sue's Grill.
There's a couple little restaurants, a grocery store.
They're building a Mexican restaurant right out in our neighborhood here.
Can't wait for that to be done.
And then they got like a Dollar General, a Family
They got
Dollar,
fast food out here and all that stuff, but it's just a nothing special little town.
Yeah, some Marcos and order pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah. No frills.
No frills. That's the best way to describe it.
Very simple.
But everybody there was friendly. It was very clean.
Yeah.
There's just nothing to look at there.
But the best part of it is we're close by. So you can camp there and you can hang out in our house.
5-minute drive.
Yeah. So we would love to have some more guests come and hang out with us.
Yeah. We'll show you around Alabama and Georgia.
Well, we've been talking about all kinds of fun and exciting stuff and good news stuff. And so, but now it's time to talk about some not so fun stuff.
Okay.
We're about 5 minutes from the hour. We've had some bad stuff happening throughout the RV community.
Yeah.
that we wanted to talk about, and we wanted to send our condolences out to those folks. Natalie and Lawrence from Brazen Brits just lost their pup, Jax, which
was a big loss for us too.
We love Jax.
Oh,
And every time we go there,
such a smart dog.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And when we first met Jax, Natalie said the first time we went to their farm in Virginia, and she said, "Don't go to Jax.
Don't make eye contact." Honestly, she was just like,
Let Jax come to you.
he'll decide when he's ready to accept you.
Yeah. And it was really quick.
Within the first 30 minutes of being there, he accepted us.
And she said, well, it probably would take a little longer to go to a guy.
Yeah.
So he went to Leslie really quick, and me shortly after. And then there was long stints in between.
we'd go
times that we would
seeing them.
see Jax. And I was always worried, like, is he gonna remember us? Is it still gonna be cool? And as soon as we get there, he'd run right to us.
Yeah.
And he just remembered us instantly. And
Yeah.
we'd
he was
sit on the
very
couch
special.
and sing karaoke and play Jackbox games, and he would snuggle up next to us,
Yeah.
or them. And
We'd go on walks.
yeah, it was.
Yeah.
We have fond memories of Jackson. We're definitely going to miss him. Brazen Brits couldn't be in here tonight. They had another thing. They were hoping we were live last night, but
They thought we were going to
Yeah.
stay with Wednesday.
and we were supposed to go live last Wednesday.
And they're like, well, you need to change it so we can be
We
there.
didn't go live last Wednesday because of the storm.
Yeah.
We didn't want that to impact anything. And then we were supposed to go, and I switched it to this Wednesday, and I had something.
Well, there was the
umpiring.
potential to be
Yeah, I was supposed to
umpiring
be
tonight,
umpiring.
and they said, if we need you, can you? And we're like, yeah.
So that was the first one, big hit for them.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that they're going to talk about that on their channel too. And they'll probably do something special for Jax.
Yeah.
The next one is our competitors in the finale of RV Unplugged. Jack and Shelby. Shelby's mother was killed a couple days ago,
Tragically killed.
hit by a car, and it was a hit and run, and the person took off after hitting her mother.
Absurd
And
that somebody could do that.
but they did find the woman who hit
Thankfully.
her. I don't know any updates, but we definitely want to send our condolences out to Shelby and her family, and we're definitely thinking about you guys and praying for you guys. And so now we're going to get into the fallen hero portion. Don't go anywhere. Don't leave. You're going to want to see this. We have a very close friend of ours who we just lost in the RV community, Ricky from RV Underway. Okay.
No, I've been dreading this all night.
So instead of honoring a fallen hero like we do, we're going to honor Ricky. But first, we're going to do something that we don't normally do. And we're going to tell a little bit about Ricky. Because normally I just throw up a couple of slides and it's a little information. It's just because we don't know them personally, or but we did know Ricky very, very well.
Yeah.
Almost from the time we hit the road, we met them. I'm going to show them, throw some pictures here. So we met them. They were both Navy.
Have those pictures for you.
Both Navy veterans. Ricky and Barbara were both in the Navy, served honorably to our country. And the first time we met them was not in person. We met them doing a charity event that we put together during COVID. And so this is them wearing the shirts that we created for that fundraiser, where we raised over $10,000 for Vets to Vets United, and Ricky and Barbara were a big part of that, helping with that. There was 21 channels involved in that.
Yeah.
And when we asked them to be involved in that, zero hesitation. They were immediately on board. And thank you guys for doing that.
Yeah.
This is actually when we met them for the first time in person.
And it was COVID.
And it was COVID. And that was in the Montana.
Yeah.
And we were stuck at Fort Benning, and they were down in Dothan. And so they drove up, and we did a little day drinking. And we hung out and barbecued and had a good time. And we've met up with them several times on our travels. Not by chance either. We planned these things out. We planned to cross paths like we do with a lot of our friends out on the road. This was up in, I think this was in Panama City Beach. And it was a little chilly that day. This other one was also in Panama City Beach with some other friends. Yeah. And our daughter was there and able to meet Ricky.
She was pregnant with Harper in that photo.
Out on the beach, having a good time there. Did some bowling with Ricky and Barbara one time.
That was hilarious.
At the Bass Pro Shops, and afterwards went and grabbed some burgers and some shakes and hung out with them. We've been to the Tampa show several times while they were there, and this is us with the Brazen Fritz and Downsizing Makes Sense and Happy Place Diaries and RV Underway. And man, just a great guy to be around.
Yeah.
His only downfall was he was a Bama fan.
Yeah, that's right. He was Roll Tide hardcore.
Hardcore. Yeah, he was all in on Alabama, and they loved traveling. They loved going out to the Keys. He was a broadcaster,
yes,
and an engineer in radio, and this dude had a voice.
Oh my God. If you ever got to know Ricky, you were so lucky.
Yeah.
His voice was intoxicating. His smile was infectious.
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't not be happy in his presence.
They're at a concert here at the Gulf Coast, and they loved going to the concerts.
Yeah,
and
they
hanging
loved
out.
their concert.
He was a character.
Oh my God.
This is one day when we were hanging out. Went to a schoolhouse and did a little tour, and he put on the dunce hat and hung out there. And he was just always, man, I'd never seen the guy mad or upset or angry. He hanging out
with all the punches.
Butterflies on his head here, hanging out. And the most recent time that we saw him was at our meetup last
July.
And this was the last night of the meetup. He broke out his guitar. He broke out his Rasta hat. And just played guitar and sang.
Oh,
yeah.
And you just melt. His voice was awesome.
We will have
he was awesome.
Very fond memories of Ricky for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
Let me get down here. So we're gonna wrap it up, but stick around just for a few seconds because I did put a short video clip.
If you never met Ricky, you'll and hear that voice, you'll get to hear it.
Yeah, and pop over their channel, watch some of their past videos. You'll see his personality, and we're gonna miss you, buddy. Okay, guys.
And until I see you again, fair winds and following seas.